All right, everyone. We are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a fantabulous night.
Indeed. Yeah. What's up?
Um,
So, next
yeah.
on the show is Inu.
Hi, guys. Just a simple hello here.
I guess that'll suffice. Next on the show is Aeon.
Hola, been a while. I think like
Yeah.
a couple weeks at least.
It's good. It's good. It's good. I know we've had people who have gone for longer, but hey, good to have you back on the show again. And
Great to be
last on
back.
the show is No Dragons Please.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be back.
Indeed. Now today, if you live in the United States, today is a very, very special day, and one that is worth remembering. Yes, I'm talking about. This is September 11th.
It's really crazy to think that it's been 19
19
years. And we're
It's
still fighting wars in Afghanistan for this.
It's absolutely bonkers to think that.
Hey.
I
Hard to
still hear
believe one
bonkers.
event. Sorry.
No, yeah, it is though.
It is. I mean, let me start with my story. I was like in the I was 9 years old when I first saw it on the big screen on my big screen TV, not a big screen, but still. And literally, there was just wall to wall news coverage, nonstop, like all day long up until the evening. And even then, in my school, they were just talking about what happened today, and and even the children at my school knew like it was like the collapse of the twin towers. And that was pretty much it. It was surreal just to see the damage from that distance on the screen. I
Man,
didn't know
it
what
looked
to
like
think of it at the time, or any of the big plots, but but I guess that's what 9-year-old me and 9-year-old me actually just wanted where the heck are the morning TV shows before I went to school.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
in school when it happened,
Oh my god.
and then they took us all to the library for like safety purposes and everything. Just because like who knew what else was going to happen that day, and then literally they turn on the news after the first plane hits, and like us as like 10-year-old kids literally watched the second plane hitting the tower, and then they're like, all right, well, we've cleared you guys to like all go home from school today.
Mm.
Man, it was pretty unprecedented, especially like with the news coverage. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
like that changed. What was it? It was like 4.5 hours long of just straight up the news. And that was back in
Yeah.
the day when CNN used to be credible.
Back when CNN had a brain, you mean,
Yeah,
before they
or any
became
kind of
mentally
integrity.
retarded.
I'll say this much. I'm pretty old. I'm 42-year-old right now. And most of the people listening to this right now, either really young or not even born yet. I watched the entire thing happen from my kitchen window because I was living right across the street from New York City. I was in the Jersey side. And I'm not going to go into too many details because it gets pretty dark really quickly. But someone said something to me earlier today, and I'm like, how can it be that people are saying something like "Happy 9/11"? It's not exactly happy. I personally, seeing all that happen from my kitchen window, I'm like, I can't celebrate it the same way you celebrate Christmas or the way those guys that bombed us are celebrating death to America. I'm like, you know what? Uh, Before 9/11, it was not exactly the best country in the world, but way better than what it is now. And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Inu. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. I used the wrong language." I'm like, "No, no, no, no. Look, listen. You're very young. all you know is what they teach you in school. You don't know a world before war, before all this wokeness, and I feel sorry for you because you was born in this world, and it's horrible.
I mean, I can somewhat like sympathize with you because I feel like I was 10 and it just felt like there wasn't much to worry about before like 9/11. Like everyone just kind of like went on with their day. The worst thing you worry about is like, you know, did you have a bad day at work? Stuff like
Right.
that.
A lot
Shit
of
was
stuff.
normal back then.
A lot of. How about this? The biggest thing to worry about when he was at home was, Mom, don't pick up the phone. I'm using AOL online.
No,
Oh, God, not that.
I remember that.
We were on dial-up still, most of us.
Yeah, I was until I was like 13 or so.
No.
Ugh,
But, I mean-
we had like Windows 98 or something.
I have experience with Windows 98. Oh, God.
But I mean, just
Yeah,
to finish
I
up what I
remember
was
that
saying,
too.
just to
I
finish
mean-
up what. Sorry.
At the time, I was pretty sure, we all had, dial-up internet connection and so on. I was one of those people too.
Oh.
But my goodness, I know it's been all those years. Like to think, I still remember what 9-year-old me saw and what 9-year-old me was thinking at the time when it happened. It was just.
I mean, I still have the vivid imagination of them taking us all out of like all of our classrooms to put us in the library for safekeeping,
Yeah.
just
That's
because they
right.
didn't know what else was going to happen.
I'll say this much. Like I said, a lot of the people listening to this either weren't born yet or were very young when it happened, and they don't know a world before 2001.
I mean,
I'll say
I
this
mean-
much, though. I'll say this much. As dark as it may seem from my eyes, there's still a lot of good in the world, and there's still little chance to turn it around, and it'll never be pre-2000 again. But man, this world can be grand again with the right way and the right things to do. It can be wonderful again.
Indeed.
So I'm sorry for getting a little dark earlier there, but I mean, there's still a lot of good in this world.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of
it's
I
beauty
agree.
in the world,
dark topic.
actually.
So I have a pretty crazy story of what my dad told me because he's an officer, and he was working, at like one of the first responders for 9/11, and they were trying to search for bodies in the rubble, with the fire department, and what they did was they sent in like the canines to sniff around. Of course, there were no survivors. Everyone was basically turned to dust and pulverized, and it turns out the dogs were actually getting like depressed because they felt like they were failing. And so
Aw.
what they had to do is the firefighters sometimes like they would hide themselves in the rubble just so the dogs would find them and then they could, continue their search so the dogs are motivated.
Oh my God.
Isn't
Wow.
it just depressing?
Damn,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Because they're trained to seek out the reward, and when they find a person, they get rewarded.
Yeah.
That's how they're training. Oh my
And
goodness.
they didn't find anyone.
I didn't
except for
even
the
think about that.
firefighters. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh Jesus.
To be blunt, looking back at 9/11, during my second bout, attempt in high school, I was literally tasked to look up 9/11 for an actual report and seeing everything, since I was a kid, I couldn't remember it, but looking at it all in the planes and all that, and the aftermath, it looked like something out of an apocalyptic horror film.
Yeah.
It looked like the end of the world right there.
And
the
I'll
fact
tell you
that
this
both-
much.
Like, but the fact that like both towers just collapsed like that. I mean, my goodness.
And watching those planes literally run into that.
Oh God.
Just, whoa.
And then they hit the
And-
Pentagon.
I do not. I pray that nobody ever has to see or smell that.
Nobody should.
The
Nobody
smell.
should.
Oh God, the smell.
The burning jet fuel.
Yeah.
On all
Looked
of that
like
other
an
stuff.
apocalypse, and I bet it smelled like one.
It smelled like. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too dark, but it smelled.
On a lighter note, now you can go on Tinder and find someone who wasn't even alive at 9/11.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's true.
I guess that's a new prospect. I guess.
But here we are, 19 years later, looking back. More
19 years.
events have happened that have divided this country than. I can't believe all it took was 9/11 to finally unite us and tell us to, okay, look, let's throw this petty political BS to the side for a minute.
well,
Yeah.
you know how modern warfare starts. You know, war never changes, right?
That was Fallout, and yes.
Oh yeah, Fallout. That's right.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm definitely going to have to agree. It's going to take a crisis of such a proportion to literally get the country, any country, to unite together and have an actual real solution to it.
God, I hope not. I hope everybody comes to their senses soon before such an event, and if not, then history's doomed to fucking repeat.
I
think-
mean, what it boils down to is people need to stop like being so emotionally involved in stuff and like kind of look at it from like almost as if like you're detached from the situation. Even if you're not, like just look at it and be like, okay, well logically does this make sense for me to be upset about this?
Right.
And then like if it does or if it doesn't, then like if it does, clearly you need to get other people together who have done the same thing and be like, what can we do then?
Well, I'd be pretty excited if like aliens invaded. That'd
Yeah,
be-
that
And
would make
straight
it-
to the aliens.
You know, I'm waiting for Murder Hornet arc to pick back up. Like it appeared so suddenly
God,
and then it
I think
disappeared.
honestly, don't you just wish you wanted the murder hornets to be like the biblical plague, that proportion?
Yeah.
They kind of are, if you look at it, but here's the
Oh.
thing. There's no such thing. There's a species of hornet from China.
Japan actually.
Still, an Asian country, but still, these things were brutal. The point
Yeah,
is,
but
they're
apparently
an invasive species.
Apparently
They
they can't make it
snuck
over
on.
mountains. Apparently they can't make it over mountains though. Like they're lowland hornets, not highland. So even though they were like, oh well, Colorado might be in danger. Like apparently we're gonna be perfectly fine because they can't make it over the Rocky Mountains.
Well,
they just
heck,
die.
Didn't they
I'll
only
see you
find,
guys
like,
in a
one or
few
two of
days.
them?
Didn't they what?
Only find like one or two of them, and then the media was like all hyping up like crazy.
Well, so they found a colony in Washington and one colony I think. And the media was like hyping it up like crazy, and then like you actually study them and you find out that if they go too high in altitude, they actually just die. So they can't make it over the Rocky Mountains. So Colorado's kind of okay. Well, the east slope's okay. West slope might be screwed, but east slope will be fine.
Okay.
From one apocalypse to another. Jesus Christ.
Crazy how this works, right? It's almost as if we're never gonna have the end of it. Ah well, I digress. But more on that in a few. Yeah, more on that in a few because, yeah, the apocalypse is still raging. But yeah, I mean, to be real with you though, Inu, if you're really big thanks. Maybe you have much more stories to tell about 9/11 than I guess from my own lenses. It's
Again, I apologize if I got a little dark there. It's really hard not to.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we have this day to remember what the hell happened.
Yeah.
And as a constant reminder of what could happen if we
And of
don't
course-
do something about it.
And of course, naturally, you have people who are trying to be like, "Oh, you shouldn't do remembrance," but I mean, it is something to remember.
And that's when I tell them to get bent, because I have a right to remember something that messed up. We all remember where we were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess you guys are right. You do need a little bit of darkness to appreciate the light.
True.
Hey,
This can't always be like that.
isn't that a quote from a game too?
We work in the
a
dark
movie?
to serve
I
the
don't know.
light.
Good quote though.
It's a
Wanted?
fantastic quote.
I don't
I think
know where that
The
quote
movie
came
Wanted,
from.
I don't know. I don't remember, but it's such a good quote.
Yeah.
I keep saying wanted because I heard them say that quote in like the trailers for the film. We work in the dark to serve the light or something like that.
I've heard that saying before. I can't remember where they came from. I can't
Or
remember.
may have been
but there's-
Assassin's Creed. I can't remember. I know
I
it's
really
one of
don't
the
remember.
two.
With
Me
great
neither.
power comes great responsibility.
Ah,
Rest
yes.
in peace,
Spider-Man.
Thanks,
Stanley,
Yoda.
you
Thanks,
beautiful
Yoda.
bastard.
Okay, Uncle Ben.
That's
How to
rest in
Oh,
peace,
God.
Stan.
how to trigger two fandoms at the same time? With great power comes great responsibility. Thanks, Yoda.
Oh no, you didn't.
All
Still
right.
sucks that we lost Stan Lee, man.
I agree.
Shit.
All right. Now, yeah, I believe that's our, that's great for our remembrance. Never forget, never forget what happened on that day. I know, I really couldn't ever. That's just gonna live with me. It's not something you'll ever forget. But I guess we've got a few things on a bit of a lighter note. So we've got a couple of interesting comments. Earthpower says, "If aliens were real, let's hope they don't have advanced artificial intelligence."
Well, Earth Power, depending which Stellaris expansion they have, they might or might not have it.
Oh god.
I don't know what sci-fi series you want to follow, but I think the
Let's
advanced
just
AI
not
think is
hope
probably a
it's
given.
Doom. Let's just not hope it's Doom, guys, because we would be screwed if demons from, I don't know, a planet called Hell invade. We would be screwed.
I think something. We kind of are living in Doom already. You just don't see them as aliens.
See, okay.
Yes, you see them as rainbow-haired land whales screeching at the top of their lungs like a cyber demon.
Here's the thing, Aeon. The aliens already invaded, and it is called Fall Guys. Fall Guys is an
The
elaborate experiment.
Virginia incident.
The Fall Guys is an elaborate ruse to try and figure out how humans actually think about problem solving.
Yeah, we just shoot a gun at it and hope to God it stays dead. And if it doesn't, well, in the words of CV11...
No. Fall Guys is a data collection problem to see, so maybe the aliens can discover how humans do just that.
We should all go to
Let me
area.
reiterate my quote. When it comes to aliens and a problem, we use chainsaws. And if the problem persists, use more chainsaw.
Let's go back to Area 51.
Let's just raid the joint. Just have another kegger in the desert and just start running.
Hey, it
my
brings us all
goodness.
together, doesn't it?
I think the reason we didn't find aliens at Area 51 is they all knew we were coming, and they knew inevitably someone would yiff one of them. So they
Because
just
everybody want to bust a nut in a xenomorph.
they just
Oh,
fled the scene. They're like, nope, they want to probe us now. We can't have that happen.
But hey,
Run!
hey, it brung America together.
True.
Yeah.
That's a positive thing. It didn't take another 9/11 to bring us all together. It
Yeah.
brung them
It all it just took was one hell of a kegger in the desert.
We need another one like that, or a Burning Man, or something.
I mean, we could
Fuck
we
it.
could all Naruto run from the square dancing hurricanes that are about to hit.
Or that meteor that's due to pass over us in, like a week?
Yeah, but I mean, you know what every time they say like a meteor is coming towards Earth, they really mean like thousands of miles away. Like
This one's coming literally close to us, like up close.
well, good.
Oh,
Well,
goody.
we're doing-
Now, one last live comment before we do go. Speaking of other stuff related, I didn't know this, but Chris Love says there's a Hell, Michigan.
Oh yeah, there is actually.
Oh yeah, there's also a place in frickin' Austria called fucking, and I know that's a curse word, but such a place exists.
It's true.
Oh no, Aeon.
And
Whatever shall
also,
you
I
do.
tried to look it up, but there is no place called Suck-a-Dick in Czech, in like the former Czech Republic.
What?
There is no such village called Suck-a-Dick. There is no
What?
such village called Suck-a-Dick.
Okay.
Aeon, whatever shall we do? YouTube's gonna take away our monetization, uwu. You said a
no.
bad F word. Oh, whoa.
Oh yeah.
I
we're
know
not
we
monetized.
got things for that. Oh, you're not coming back on. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
And-
YouTube can fight it.
And you've been fined. And you've been. I mean, I've gotten away
You
with.
get fined.
Far-
You get
I
fined.
have gotten away
Everyone
with-
gets fined.
Okay, Susan Wojcicki, call me when you're done being Oprah.
I have done I have literally said, I'm pretty sure I have a video that is almost like half curse words, and it somehow is monetized. So I don't know how well it actually tracks.
As long as it's not, as long as it's not touching the touchy topics, you'll be fine.
True.
So yeah, all good. Anyway, let's move on to the next, our namesake title.
Yes, commence the madness.
That's right. Yes, I did title it because I was just like, okay, let's go with that then, huh? Our title, how Dungeons and Dragons changed female Dragonborn character designs and why. The female Dragonborn designs in Dungeons and Dragons would change between the 4th and the 5th editions due to a strange anomaly of their biology.
Oh god, here we go.
Right, yeah. So what you're looking at, if you're on, the video version, is on the left is the 4th edition Dragonborn. On the right is the 5th edition. I mean, understandably, detailing and textures aside, which one would you prefer?
I would prefer the 4th edition.
Yeah.
Screw 'em.
Right.
Last year when I was Dungeons and Dragons, when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with a couple of people, I never seen any of these characters. Everything was pencil and paper and sheets full of numbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why does this make any difference?
Well, because it's the art in the books, generally. Like your expansion books and stuff like that.
Right.
I was
Okay,
thrilled because I was imagining that my character was a werewolf. He was some kind of werewolf thing with like a totem spirit or something, and it was cool because I can summon 3 wolves to fight near me.
Ooh.
And
yeah.
I never seen any pictures. I've seen pictures of like the enemies. The DM would open up the book and go, all right, this is what a bugbear looks like. Okay, this is what the skull looks like. This is what the demon looks like. This is what the thing looks like. He wouldn't show us our characters.
Wait,
I mean,
so your DM didn't just like give a description of the monster when it would appear?
he would.
Oh,
And
okay.
for anybody who wanted to see it, that's when he'd turn to the page.
Gotcha.
So he was like a mixture between, novelist and, like narrator, novelist, and so on, right?
Right.
Sorry.
I mean,
use
he-
your imagination.
Yeah.
I thought Dungeons and Dragons was the imagination game. Why do we even care what they look like?
No,
No,
it's got to be in
Can't
VR.
Words of Peter
Can't I-
Griffin.
Can't I just picture my big anime titty dragon?
Yeah, Dragon GF, right?
Yeah.
That's our namesake.
First
Okay,
big
so,
titty
go
goth
back to
girlfriends,
the
now
first
big titty dragon girlfriends. What's the difference? Well, one's a dragon, the other one plays emo music while trying to listen to The Cure or whatever.
Okay. I mean, so back in the day when I was a little bit more cringe, I was dating someone who her nickname was Dragon Girl and I was Dragons. So like,
Yeah.
I did have a
can you,
I did have a dragon girlfriend at one time, I guess.
How are titties?
Not big anime, no. She was very small, athletic build, so you can imagine,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Fun though. Ava, were you about to say something?
Oh yeah, just pull up the article for a sec.
Sure thing. Alrighty.
All right, so here's something I found really funny. It says one complaint fans had regarding the 4th edition of Dungeons and Dragons was that the female Dragonborns were depicted with breasts, despite the fact they aren't mammals. Who
All right,
is
let's stop
complaining
there.
about this?
Oh my god, who
Let's stop
cares?
there. Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
You don't see anybody bitching, freaking sorry for my curse words, screeching at the Elder Scrolls because Argonians have those glands.
I know.
oh, don't worry.
So
don't
why
worry,
does
don't worry.
Dungeons and Dragons gotta suffer?
No, don't worry. They're just starting their crusade.
Oh, jeez.
Good, I'll grab my
It
shotgun
started-
and yell and freaking
it
shit
started-
Gorath.
It started with Dungeons and Dragons. Now it's going to be Elder Scrolls, and before you know it, we're going to just get to Lizardmen.
Actually, you know what though? There's still a lot of other franchises too. I remember like Divinity also had, those big titty lizards.
Star Ocean has big titty lizards.
You know,
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
idea is they're anthropomorphized. Like they're not supposed to be anatomically correct. Otherwise, you're just playing as an iguana or something.
An iguana with opposable thumbs, you mean?
Yeah, sure.
Beautiful eyelashes, luscious lips. J-Lo.
Well,
Boots with
you
the
know,
fur.
like, and just loads and loads of spikes, you know. So I think when you have the urge to do the touchy feely,
Oh God.
Wait, guys! What about Power Rangers with like some of the monsters in that were female and like scaly and had titties? Do we now also go after the Power Rangers?
Yeah, fair trade. If you're going to go after one, might as well go after the other. Just don't play favorites.
Oh God, what about that alien girl in the movie? Oh God, what was the name of it? I think it was Total Recall. She had 3 boobs.
Don't forget
Oh,
Mass
yeah, that was
Effect.
weird.
The Asari, I think they were called. I don't know about Turians. I don't think they had any.
we had one thinger in what's it called? We only had one Turian in one of the DLCs, the female one.
So here's a question: if Princess Peach is just an upgraded Toad, why does she get to have titties? Toads don't have titties.
Correct.
Do not.
Actually, I'm just looking at at the Dungeons and Dragons article too as well. Like we'll continue on with this though. So before we continue our tirade about what's with what. So Dungeons and Dragons has come under fire for unnecessary sexualization in the past, which is like in the past of the Silver Princess module was Recall. These complaints mostly stem from the era when the hobby was advertised mostly towards men. Adding Vest of the Dragonborn seemed like a bizarre form of fan service, considering that they are dragon humanoids and aren't otherwise depicted elements meant to be attractive to the audience. What the frick?
I mean, what's
Okay.
wrong with that though? Like,
Okay,
who's complaining
okay.
about
One of the 7
Here's-
rings a bell.
Here's the thing, all right? I used to play with a group, and this guy's wife would literally get way more in sexual detail of how she, a female, was seducing another female, and the rest of us guys are just sitting there like,
What the
"Hey,
hell?
Justin, we think your wife's actually bi."
Like what in an actual session?
Yeah, in an actual session, like, so Justin was like off going somewhere else, and his wife was playing like this thief, and the thief had to seduce one of the female knights, and she went into great detail of how she seduced the female knight and exactly what happened. And all of us are looking at Justin, we're like, "Did you marry someone who's bi?" Is this?
Because I can hear the careless whispers all the way to here right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty funny.
What about my fox titties?
Actually,
wait,
I got something
Fox is
better
on.
to show you though. I got something better to show you.
Oh, do you?
The article, as a side mention, we all know this. Putting breasts on lizards and reptiles is nothing new, and we haven't done. Everyone does this. And then the next thing we do want to show you, the XCOM community is thirsty for snack girls.
Who
No
is not
shit.
thirsty? Who's not thirsty for snack girls? That's the bigger question.
Again, sorry for the curse word, but literally
Yeah, wow.
nobody cared. No duh. I think XCOM's designers are pretty turned on by the Nagas.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how they goddamn look, man. Including
Look at-
I mean-
straight up like what the newest game, Hydra Squad or something like that, with Torque. Yeah,
Can we?
we're going there.
So I hope that they don't come for League of Legends, because League of Legends quite literally has a snack girl who is sexy, and her name is Cassiopeia.
Okay, but you have to ask the $1 million question. Would you tread?
Would I tread a snack girl?
Yeah.
No, you better not.
I mean,
No.
Because of the venom.
No
Don't
tread
step
on
on a
snack.
snack.
don't tread on snack girl.
Don't step on the snack.
Snakes are good people.
Everybody sports that flag here in New Hampshire.
Oh my
No
god.
steppy on Snicky.
Nope. Don't. You better not.
No, otherwise, they're gonna get you.
True.
You know, one time, I'm sorry, this is one time. Chuck Norris was walking in a desert and a snake bit him, and after 3 agonizing days, the snake died.
Chuck Norris jokes. We'll never have that again because it will be just too right wing. I bet you $5.
Well, of course, he was a straight white male, so.
Chuck Norris
Yes!
once roundhouse kicked someone so hard. Wait, hold up. Chuck Norris once roundhouse kicked someone so hard that he broke the space-time continuum.
Did you know he fought Sega to Shanshiro at one point and actually destroyed the universe only to recreate it in his image?
Chuck Norris doesn't sleep, he waits.
When the boogeyman goes to bed, he looks under the bed for Chuck Norris.
And my most personal favorite, there is not a chin underneath Chuck Norris's beard. There is only another fist.
Oh yes.
Actually,
absolutely.
you know the one I really like? Chuck Norris doesn't... when Chuck Norris does push-ups, he's not pushing himself up. He's pushing the entire world down.
My favorite one is Chuck Norris invented a cheeseburger by drop kicking a cow through a chain link fence.
Ew.
That sounds graphic as hell because of the imagery I'm seeing from that.
Yeah, like a meat grinder. God.
Right. Yeah, that's good and all that, though. Little interesting live comment, too. 777 Ice Kitsune says, needs more equality for dragons. I
Here, here.
think if they're basically, if they are doing this sort of, desexifying this, I just bring this up to you. One of the, Dungeons and Dragons staffer, Chris Perkins, says, to visually distinguish females from males in the 4th edition art, we removed the breast in the 5th edition.
Wait, how do you visually distinguish the difference if you remove them? That's contradictory, isn't it?
One has a slit, the other has a pole.
I would take the full one, please.
I take my dragon with a pole and not with a slit. Or maybe I want to play Slit Dragon.
Jesus Christ,
Yes.
it's Dungeons and Dragons. Why are we looking at their genitalia?
Why?
Just
You mean
bust
to
out
tell
the
me that-
weed.
You mean to tell me you don't just go look at Dragon's genitalia?
Unless you
Oh,
want to
God,
die.
Where's the bleach? Does anyone have bleach?
Hmm.
I can
No,
just-
but I'm going to take it from you so you don't kill yourself with it.
I don't have an overlay for that at the moment, so I can't help you with that. But
feel
yeah, I mean, just to bring a fine point to this though, Exhibit A is basically, the chart from Guild Wars series.
yes.
The females don't have visually, defined breasts, and still. But that's kind of a bit more of an exception than a rule,
Well, I guess they want to make everything, you can't tell who's a boy and who's a girl. So
Yeah, remember they don't like two genders. Two genders is too many.
No, you're non-binary,
Agreed.
gender fluid, demisexual.
yes, you see, that's what they're trying. That's what they're doing.
Well, then I sexually identify as Optimus Prime. If they want to go that route.
Wait.
Okay.
I have to go back to the Tumblr gender thing to tell you my what is it? Hold up. I have a favorite gender.
Oh, me too.
Auntie gender.
Oh, hold up. I gotta find it. Oh, Krista gender. Gender changes at random and may feel fractured between multiple genders as a result.
As Count Dankula would put it, that's a fancy way of saying you don't know.
Yeah, you're confused. My favorite is heliogender, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
related to the sun, and it means that it's a gender that burns bright and is very large. Like, what does that even mean?
Another way of saying you don't know.
That's like an emotion, or like a personality trait. Like, yeah, I'm heliogender. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I mean, I only like Krista gender because it makes me think of like crystal people walking around.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of who was crystalline, but not ice. Silver Surfer, if you want to get down to brass tacks, except he was made of silver.
Or
Yeah.
those foxes in Star Wars. Those
Yes.
are cool.
Yeah, let's go with that. All right. So, I believe that is that though. Comment in the live section. Which dragon would you prefer? A big titty one or a flat one?
Big titty.
Oh,
Please,
big titty.
God,
All the way.
always, all the
I
way.
need-
If you're gonna go for
I-
anthro, go for the realism.
I need my big titty anime dragon girlfriend now.
Ask
Boobs.
the weaves and they shall deliver.
I bet there is a body pillar that has big titty anime dragon on it. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Yeah, there is.
Of course.
If you build it, they will come.
Oh yeah. All right. So our next article is about a game that that has been on my hot list, and it would have been, it is a furry favorite, but something has happened, and with the developers,
Oh God.
Thunder Lotus, the developers, apologizes for ableist storyline in Spiritfarer, pledges to correct the mistake. Now, I was interested in the game. I really was, like, after looking at the trailers, because there were anthropomorphized characters in it too. But, well, yeah, no.
No longer a buy.
Spiritfarer is a truly remarkable video game and one we recommend without hesitation. However, it has come to the attention of some that the title contains a narrative that is potentially offensive to wheelchair-bound individuals.
Okay, how so?
Yeah, what'd they do?
Well, apparently there is an element in the story where one regarding this is about Spiritfarer is about delivering those from the dead, those who died into so that they can go for the great beyond.
Okay.
But let's read the developer's apology letter to the players of Spiritfarer. It has been brought to our attention that some of the writing in Spiritfarer is ableist, especially in the case of one character's description of their own wheelchair. We would like to offer a sincere and heartfelt apology and pledge to correct the lack of sensitivity and good judgment we demonstrated. Yeah, we understand that we unwittingly perpetuate ideas and language that have traditionally been used to exclude and discriminate against people with disabilities while reinforcing ableist views of what they should find empowering. This directly undermines the empathetic spirit that we wish to infuse into every aspect of the game, and we regret this failure.
Oh,
Wow,
one
these people are
person-
pussies.
Sounds like a fancy way of saying we're not going to tell you.
How one person can control an entire thing.
Here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
it's just so stupid. It's a game.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I agree with you because the developers are actually pushovers. It
Yeah.
took one complaint from one. Well, you could call her Karen if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah, one Twitter user. I'll read you this. One Twitter user, Kayla Whaley, who is a wheelchair user herself, brought the narrative to attention to the public. Says, I'll read the tweet thread. Are you kidding me? I can't even play Spiritfarer about how only in death was I able to be free from my dreaded wheelchair. Seriously.
That's kind of inspirational, actually.
I'm so Joel. I'm gonna say something. All right.
Yes.
It might also be borderline offensive.
Yes.
Has this lady played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance? Because there's literally a character in that game who is bound to a wheelchair who doesn't want to go back to reality because he gets to escape his wheelchair in this fantasy world.
I know of a few games that actually use wheelchairs as weapons too, and its name is Dead Rising.
I mean, what
yeah.
about How about
So
how
what's
about
the
people
problem?
remember in Sly Cooper, one of the Sly Cooper games, one of the characters gets confined to a wheelchair.
Bentley.
Yeah, and that's being all diverse and stuff, I guess.
Wasn't-
But, like,
So does she hate Professor X because the only way he's able to get out of wheelchair is because of his psychic powers?
I was just going
Abel
to
is
say that.
free.
How isn't Professor Xavier from the X-Men in a wheelchair?
Yeah, so Professor X is in a wheelchair, and then his name's just the Beast, right? Hank.
Yes.
Yeah, so he developed legs that were able to utilize Professor X's telekinetic abilities to where Professor X could walk.
Oh, that's
How
weird.
handicap is that? You can control the mind of every X-Men in the world, every mutant in the world. You can control gravity. You can't bring yourself out of the wheelchair. How handicapped is that?
He was shot in the spine, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that would do it.
Which makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna give him like an origin like that, then yeah, might as well keep it consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't see a problem with this game, though. I mean,
Nor do I, and it's over a damn wheelchair. You're
it's over
joking.
one damn Karen.
And
Play this game. I'm so offended, you ableists. Oh, I can just imagine her like.
Oh, what's
that
next? You gonna be screeching about little Timmy?
I mean, let's boil it down. She's offended because it reminds her of the fact
of
that
her
she's
reality that she herself is in a wheelchair, and
But I mean, I guess she. Okay, so here's my hot take, Joel. Is
Yeah.
that she wants to live in a victim mentality instead of being like, you know what, I'm in a wheelchair, but I can still do all this and
I
this
think
and this.
here's
and
the
this.
thing. Here's the thing. Remember when the in the game the character said, only in death was I able to be free from my dreaded wheelchair." I think this Karen wants to be in her wheelchair, in the great beyond.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care about a wheelchair because, well,
I know.
you do
I
you,
hope-
man.
Look, here's the thing. I understand. I hope none of that we don't do anything seriously so crazy or whatever that we have to end up in a wheelchair. I know. If I
Isn't-
did, think
isn't
think
this
of
Karen-
think about me. I want to get up and wear my fursuit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know you probably had the same thing too, right? You want to get up and wear your fursuit.
This is
Well,
the same Karen that's
actually, I
saying,
have a-
"Don't call me handicapped, call me
Maybe you're
handicapable."
you too.
So
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Like, I have a couple of friends who are in wheelchairs, and they're suitors too.
And I know you too, Avira. You want to get up there and wear your fursuit. So on.
Yeah,
And
of course.
I know.
But like,
Avira.
this is a character in a game, though. Like, bruh.
Avira, I'm sure you've seen the
sorry.
person at Apocalypse in the wheelchair. How awesome
yeah.
is that person?
Yeah, super cool.
We've all pushed that guy around.
Yep.
He made fun of it. He made something that was fun out of his handicap. He made
Well,
Yeah,
something
just
fun
gotta stay
of it.
positive.
see, but that's the thing, Inu, is there's people who can things can happen and it can roll off their back and they're like, well, you know what, this isn't the worst thing in the world. And then there's people like this Karen who is just like, how dare you make fun of me? It hurts me and blah 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 blah. But then in reality, they're people who have a victim mentality who just want to stay victims. They don't want to move onward and be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna get over the fact that I'm in a wheelchair because I can still do this and this and this.
Like
Yeah.
I said, her weapon of choice is a keyboard or a cell phone.
Pretty much.
Like, just how pathetic are these developers? Oh, we're so sincerely
Yeah.
sorry. We apologize. Really?
Be-
Wow.
See, this is the problem with Twitter being popular. Is if anyone posts anything on Twitter, all of a sudden developers are like, "Oh, we sorry, we didn't mean to hurt you, Uwu-chan."
And we're gonna fix our.
I know. Here's the
horrible
thing:
mistake.
the game hasn't even been out for that long, and it took them just to realize they were pushovers. So
Man, there's so many games released in the early 2000s that would not be able to be re-released today because of freaking wimps in society.
Conquer's God Fur Day. Best game ever.
That will never see the light of day ever again.
Best game ever. I have the N64 and the original Xbox version.
I honestly have no idea how Final Fantasy X, with its super religious undertones, was able to be re-released in today's day and age.
Simple. Square Enix had the money.
Yeah, that's fair. And there's fans like me who are like, you mean I can play Final Fantasy X without having to figure out how to repair my scratch disc? Okay.
I know. I just longed for the nostalgia factor. Right. But ultimately, in the end, though, when you really look at it, though, what most game developers really need is just, okay, this is just one for the complaints hotline. What are we going to do about it? I just want to scrap it, or okay, this is just one take.
I don't know. The problem is people are too worried about being politically correct nowadays that it's almost creating this sense of political incorrectness by pandering to everyone.
Yeah, this whole company pandered to one person who was just
Yeah,
reading.
that's right.
Maybe
my
maybe I
God.
should tweet these developers and be like, why can't I get a free game? I am poor. I am financially disabled.
Yeah.
And they would
And
fall
you-
for
and you
that
want-
because they're that stupid.
Remember, they said, hashtag ableism, hashtag Spiritfarer, and so on and so on. Oh, and the other weakest part is they're Canadians.
Oh.
Okay,
I
I can
see.
see the whole apology thing.
We're sorry, eh?
Oh, okay.
Hey,
There.
what you talking about, friend? A,
I
B,
love
C,
it.
D, E, F, buddy.
Oh, and the funny part is they're the French Canadians too. Montreal, Quebec.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I guess make your surrender jokes right here, right now. Grow up.
No,
Okay.
I don't
easy
need to. They
surrender
already
monkeys.
surrendered themselves.
no, stop. I love the Canadians.
Canadians are nice people, all right. They are my 3 favorite people that always apologize to me when when I'm the one doing something wrong.
Yeah, I know. I've had good experiences with Canadians. I've had not so good experiences with Canadians. Yeah.
Yeah, I have when
But-
I was at Niagara Falls. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Likewise.
Their government sucks though.
Too bad their president is a race-baiting windbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess my
Agreed.
only experience, just to wrap this kind of topic up with Spiritfarer, the Canadian thing, was how shocked I was when I went to when my dad was asking where's the toilet, where are the toilets when we were in a supermarket in Montreal, just off of Montreal, and they were speaking French to us, and just pointed it to us. I'm like, okay, I
Cool.
can follow. Yeah, so I guess if you go to Montreal or around that area, I guess be prepared to understand some
Joel.
French.
Jolt.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't point to themselves because they were used to being shit on.
Oh,
Oh,
no, don't talk about my favorite Canadians.
oh.
The joke was there. That it was the low hanging fruit, and I had to take it.
Okay.
But why though?
Because why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Dankula and still say, but why though?
Yeah. Why indeed?
Just kidding. We actually love our French Canadians.
I do too. It's just just in a in another way. I guess you wanted to answer, but yeah. So we got one last story, and and as we said earlier, we did say yes. It feels like we are in a in kind of an apocalypse, but even more so now. We've got another apocalyptic story to bring to you. So here it is. Gender reveal party cause California wildfires, hundreds of homes and acres of green cover gutted in Oregon.
Yeah. But it was a boy though.
I really don't care because you still caused the forest fire.
I think a boy,
I just love the memes that have come from this.
who would win? Who would win? A large swath of green land in Oregon, or a boy in his mother's belly.
Oh, Jolt, use the picture I sent you. I think this will fit well.
10-4, 10-4. It's coming up. I'm just showing. I'm getting the meme machine running for your entertainment. It's coming right up. Give me a second. But yeah,
How many of you nerds like Magic the Gathering? Because this one's gonna be funny.
Avira, I know you love Magic the Gathering.
I do, yes.
Then prepare your anus.
Oh goodness.
Coming right up, because right now we have this to show you. Hold up. Let me get my screen share running. But yeah, it's crazy how it happened from the get-go, wasn't it? All right, here you go. For your entertainment. Urza's gender reveal party.
Oh my goodness.
Legendary source. Exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. It's a boy! Creating card.
Wait, this isn't real.
It's a fake card, but the
It's
memes.
a fake card, but the meme is great.
I mean, it looks pretty good though. It's a boy, Urza, while creating card.
while he's literally nuking the goddamn planet.
I literally saw a TikTok today where firefighters were dumping like the fire retardant stuff, and of course it looks pink, and it's saying how the state of California is saying it's a girl.
Oh, oh.
Get wrecked.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
so
like,
speaking of
let
fire colors, all right, NDP, yes, this is the meme you want to share with me. House wedding, it is a boy, blue
Yes.
fire.
Yes. And then of course everyone remembers the good animated Mulan film. Now all of China knows that it's a boy.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh shit!
China's furious right now because the freaking labor camp stuff that they didn't want anybody to know about, and also the fact that they just don't like it. They don't like the remake. I'm sorry, honey.
They really tried, but
They-
you know what?
Disney cannot walk themselves out of this one. They're screwed.
The thing is that Disney actually made the remake really close to the traditional Chinese story.
But that just wasn't enough for Mr. Xi Jinping.
Oh, is it
Or
old
is it Winnie the
habits,
Pooh, you
old
mean?
ideas, old culture? Just get
Old
rid of it
habits die hard.
Mm-hmm.
So the wildfires, they started from a smoke bomb, which burned over 300,000 acres.
Yes.
Jesus,
Yes.
that's
Like somebody
reckless.
grabbed a flamethrower and kicked that crap off.
That's one expensive gender reveal party.
That is one
Followed by a
explosive
knife
gender
to the
reveal
prison.
party.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at different stories, the DA is not sure if they actually want to consider charges or not against the people.
I would.
I mean, it's just like negligence, I would imagine.
And that's why the DA isn't sure that they want to bring charges, because it'd be a waste of time and money just to get a negligence charge.
I got the perfect solution for these two parents. Just say that it was a peaceful gender reveal.
Yes, the peaceful
Yes.
fires.
It was a mostly peaceful gender reveal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in California. Why not?
I mean, it is like, it bled over into Oregon, so again, it makes
Yeah.
doubly as much sense.
Yeah.
Mostly peaceful gender reveal.
Oh boy.
Oh no, but they're gonna get caught in that lie because, well, what if it wants to change its gender?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, why do they
No,
still
no, no,
do
no,
that?
no, no.
Wait. Can you imagine the kid at 18 being like, yeah, I no longer want to be a boy. I'm going to be a girl. You cost us $3 million. Too bad.
Which one was more expensive, the surgery or the fire?
Oh,
I think we spoke about this on the show before. They call them babies. The non-binary, like they have to grow up and choose their gender. It's like, no.
Oh
bitch,
my
it
God.
doesn't
What,
tell
like
you're a
frickin'
girl, alright?
Bruno holding a frickin' sign attached to his baby saying "gabies"?
no!
So,
They
They
call
needed
them
They
babies.
needed
hey,
rainbow.
hey,
They
hey,
needed the
Vera.
rainbow smoke bombs.
Vera, have I ever
Yeah?
told you my solution to the gender problem?
No.
Just call them people with dicks and people without dicks.
Ah, there
Bam.
you go.
I think
Perfect.
also, like, why don't we go back a couple of minutes earlier? People with titties and people without.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, have you seen some man titties though? They might be like, well, our titties are special too.
And they bring the boys to the yard.
I'm getting some
front
bad
hole.
images now.
It's a front hole, please.
It's a frontal.
Ugh. I need another round of bleach, please.
Nope.
Yes,
I
me
didn't
too.
know.
No, you
Yeah,
get
well,
snuggles
you know
and
what?
that's it, and
I
you
think-
are gonna like it.
I think I have the most fitting overlay and in substitute as a substitute for bleach. How about
You're
this?
gonna
Yes, thank you.
I mean, they already did for the gender reveal party.
Oh yeah. Half the state is on.
Meanwhile,
fire.
at Guadalajara, another gender reveal party is beginning.
Oh Jesus, could you imagine? Is it a boy or is it a girl? Surprise! It's a fox.
Are the fireworks going to be blue or are they going to be pink?
Are
Neither.
they going to be red or are they
they're
going to
gonna
be
be
blue?
Oh man.
Hey, I mean, at least those crazy Californians can give us some good memes from time to time, right?
Even though they can't meme worth crap.
Yeah, but everything they do is meme worthy, so it kind of makes up for it.
True.
I'm convinced that's why we just keep California around, because we keep California and Florida around because they're both polar opposites of the meme spectrum.
I mean,
Oh
you've
my
got
God,
Florida
Florida
Man
Man.
on one corner. You have Florida Man on the other corner. Well, it's freaking California. What else is there to say?
You have
Yeah,
communism.
pretty much.
Florida Man v. California, the dawn of madness.
I put my money on Florida Man.
Aeon, don't give Hollywood any ideas. They're gonna screw it up.
Florida woman versus the state of Colorado.
The Florida person of non-gender.
Person of Floridian descent.
The person of
The
Floridian
Florida-
descent versus California.
The Pod People versus Florida Man. Chapter 1. The Rage in California.
Chapter 2. It's a girl.
Oh, no.
Chapter
I'm
3.
not ready for
The
that.
Brain Fisting.
Oh my freaking bonkers.
Yeah, now you said it. You've made somebody happy.
Yeah, you have made
Yay.
someone happy. Even though I stole your bonkers from earlier.
Well, I am the offended. I must go on Twitter.
Go re on
Like
Twitter.
a
all you
leggy
want.
boy.
But yeah, well, I guess this is just kind of related with you guys, right? Like you guys are suffering, burning in Colorado, aren't you?
We all. Actually, I haven't looked at the update, so the snowstorm may have actually just finished all the wildfires off until someone starts a new one.
Like a dingbat.
Yeah. Let's see. The state fire ban is extended till October 7th. I don't know why. This happened yesterday. So obviously not all the fires are out, but at least for the last few days I've been able to breathe normally.
Well, you see, this is how you know that God loves Colorado and to hell with California.
Considering that
Because-
he's trying to do
because
whatever
he
he
gave-
can to
he
make
gave-
that son of a bitch sink into the ocean.
Because he gave us snow and California hasn't had rain in about 3 months. Yay.
Oh right.
I guess
They're still doing
I
that
know
route.
you're definitely on the point too. Like I would agree that the God loves thing was also going to bleed over to Australia.
Ooh,
Huh?
that's true.
Because we had I still remember so vividly we had those fires at the end of last year, and then I returned from vacay and it was raining, and we felt blessed at the time.
Yeah.
The rains have come back.
So, 3 of our wildfires are above 90% contained, but 1 is still only 4% contained. So I'll probably see smoke again tomorrow. Yay,
Yeah, me too,
smoke.
probably. Get ready for Silent Hill again.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
As long as it's not as bad as it was on Monday when ash was literally raining from the sky, and I'm like, cool, I have appeared in hell.
Now you appeared at the aftermath of Mount St. Helens.
Oh yeah, there we go. The aftermath of Pompeii. I was traveling out of Pompeii for business, and I came back home.
And it's just a white wonderland.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
not,
much.
If it's not snow, then what is this?
I think so speaking of memes, my favorite meme, when it did snow in Colorado after being on fire for so long, you guys have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, right?
Oh
You got-
yeah.
You
Yes.
guys remember when they're in the Northern Water Tribe and Sokka sees the snow mixed with soot?
Yeah, with mixed with soot. Yeah.
It had as the headline, "Everyone in Denver right now, snow mixed with soot. It's the Fire
Oh.
Nation."
Oh my goodness. That's incredible.
Everything was fine until the Fire Nation attacked.
This case, the Fire Nation, or in this case, Fire Nation is Californians.
Jolt, is
Yeah.
that meme too bad for YouTube?
No, I can pretty much plop it up just because it's
No,
it's very
it's a
very
scene
fitting at the
from-
moment. Yes, thanks for sending it to me, Inu. Let's fire it up. Let's fire it up.
Need the magic.
I've seen this before. right before they attacked my village. Ooh, the fire.
It is. It just.
From
All
looks of
right,
this
here we
stuff,
go. Here's the
looks
last
like
thing I'm
there's a
going to
lot of
conclude up with.
Okay.
When Jesus keeps sending wildfires, but California keeps having gay sex.
Oh
Jesus.
no!
So if you rub two
Right.
sticks together, it starts a fire.
Ooh.
That's one of my favorite memes. Oh,
You know, I'm going to say, where is the lie, though? Where is the lie?
Yeah.
That's just-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess that is that, though. So as we watch the world burn, I guess all you can do is just have fun along the way. So, I guess that's how the time we've got. Who'd like to conclude the show on a better note? One at a time.
well, I'll go first. Getting back to 9/11, I wouldn't say happy 9/11 to anybody anytime.
Same.
And the last thing I'm going to say is, well, you know what? Never mind. It's too bad.
Okay.
Nah, it's all good, though. I guess you just say what's in your mind if you want to say it. Then, if not, forever hold your peace.
I will hold my peace.
Yeah. All right. So, who's up next? Aeon?
The most I can say is just remember the day. Don't get crazy. Today's the day for remembering what happened and honoring those who actually gave their lives in the service of trying to make sense of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that, I don't know why D&D is furious over just dragon things, but okay, whatever. Just keep it away from Elder Scrolls, and if you bring that to Dragon Age, yeah, we're gonna have some problems.
Mm-hmm. No,
I think that's it.
Yeah, so if you see mixed with snow, just remember the Fire Nation is attacking your village very soon. And can we all thank California for giving us the meme we needed to kind of round out 2020 almost?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I wonder
I don't know,
what
I
the
mean-
gender of 2020 is going to be.
I don't know what kind of fire are we gonna expect, huh? That's a mystery. We still got
I
3
would go
months in
the
the
low
year.
blow and say a meth addicted homeless woman would be 2021's gender.
Possibly.
I mean, we still got 3 months in the year, so California is pretty much. I wouldn't say California's finished just yet.
No, I'm sure there'll be another meme.
Yeah.
Praise the great giraffe in the sky. Brrrr.
And Avira.
Well, on this somber day, hopefully, at least we were entertaining, had a few laughs, but seriously, guys, never forget.
Mm,
And God bless
Yeah.
America.
indeed. It took a while for you to recover, but you did. And again, this is why I do not say Happy 9/11, because it is a day of remembrance, not a day of celebration. So yeah, even I can see that even from this great, even when I'm 7,500 miles away from the States.
You mean even upside down you can read to not say Happy 9/11?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Why can't basic American?
It's true. I was this I may be dyslexic, but actually I'm actually not. But still, I can read in upside down land. It's a mystery, right?
It is a mystery.
But other than that, I just would like to conclude. Once again, thanks for those who tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the show as we did, making it. Even though this is a somber day indeed, but we push on and we remember the times, both good and bad, and we bring this to you. Our episodes are available always on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more platforms further down the line. And that is that. This is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.
Laters, Raiders.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.